You tweeted this. What is that? Saturday, Friday?
Sure.
28-10 Notre Dame.
28-10. I haven't seen that tweet. You're picking an 18-point. You're picking a team that's three-point underdog to flip the script. Ooh, I like that.
I don't see maybe if I backed it down to 24-10, but I think we win. I mean, bet the money line if you're gonna bet. If you're gonna bet it, bet the money line.
But what's the over under? Because I've been saying the first 20 is gonna win. What is it?
46.5.
Oh wow. Okay.
I just don't know how they score.
Talking about A&M.
A&M, and you read some of the reports, they've got their own offensive line issues. The interior of their defensive line is kind of wonky. They've got issues at corner. You know, like I mentioned earlier, like a Jaden Harrison. I'm almost like convinced, like you could hook me up to a lie detector test. The big thing for me, and like you'll almost know it from the get-go, is like what kind of talked about this on Patreon a lot. Like as the ex-player, it's played in some of these big games. And I'm even starting to do it, whether it's talking shit on Twitter, like starting to build like a little bit of like anger towards like for the opponent. It's like, how do they hit that field? What kind of energy do they hit that field with? And I think you pluck out some of these, you pluck out a few of these like older guys that were maybe a little bit more stoic, a little bit more rigid, and you infuse like a KVA, a Sneed, you know, a Schuler, you're going to have a different level of juice. And I just don't see how they score on offense, like kick returner, big play, turnover, score points on defense. I feel really good about it. I really like legitimately do. I don't know how they score.
Oh,
their running backs hurt. Their stud running backs hurt. Give me a break.
Yeah, I mean, they were going to have a rotation of 3. They got 2 others. They got a couple of wide receivers. They're big. He's the Big 12 personnel. So we may get 3 linebackers on the field. He's a 12 personnel. That's why Freeman, tried hiring him 2 years ago, the Colin Klein, the K-State OC. That's what Freeman wants to do, is hammer the rock and stuff like that. They're going to pound the rock right at Notre Dame. So my little side prediction on defense, if I'm Elko and them, I'm just be like, I'm praying press man and beat us, Riley Leonard. I'm going to press the living crap out of every single one of you guys. Beat me up top. You're not going to run around. You're not going to go for, 108 yards and play man and on offense, man. Just hammer the damn ball. We've been talking about was Notre Dame. In some of their games, they gave up big chunks and got beat up front. And now you lost 2 NFL linebackers. Can Kaiser go in there and plug on some of those inside fits and stuff like that? They're going to go 12 personnel, hammer the ball. Notre Dame's going to play on an island, as we've been talking about, and they are going to take big, deep shots.
So when you hear press man, Tim, does that press man in terms of A&M Elko's approach, are they going to try to heat Leonard up, or are they going to play soft coverage underneath?
They don't need to. I wouldn't heat them up. I would just be like, I'm going to just man the hell out of you guys. Our front 4 is going to just cause havoc.
Right. You got to spy
him, right? Get after your ass. Yeah. Leonard, you're not going to run, and we'll play man. However
it's easy. I mean, it's easy. Again, like when I envision a Riley Leonard taking off and running, it's in my brain, not saying I'm right. I don't do this. I'm not going to do the digging, but it's like, it's off and to the right. And I don't know. It's easy schematically to pull that game that we played in Japan. The last football game we played in, it's like they'd have me pull up the quarterback. It's easy to do schematically to pull somebody up as they roll out. But it comes back to me, wide receivers making a play on a contested ball via the air jump ball type thing, an uncomfortable catch, and or making some plays in a quick passing game, stepping out of a tackle. A lot of yak.
Mike Nolan, super chat. This is the last thing, and then we're going to sign off tonight. He says, any concern, guys, on the stat that Notre Dame is 0-8 since 16 in true road games with crowds of 90,000 plus? I'm going to trust you on that, Mike. I haven't seen that myself, but I'm sure Tim is.
You know what? I saw something like this on Twitter. I've had no time to go check the attendance records, but I started just shocked. Obviously Texas, Georgia, Ohio State. Michigan in 19, obviously with that ass kicking. Michigan State, they haven't lost to them. I don't know if Michigan State's 90,000. Who else have they played now? I'm going to go look it up now.
Well, do you have any concern?
Oh, USC. No, but you know what? They beat SC, unless it wasn't 90,000 in 18, but they did
Doubt
lose
it.
22.
But yeah, do you have concerns, Tim, about the
Yeah,
stats?
I have a damn concern. You're going to go play in front. Dude, this place is going to be a freak show. I don't think this is going to be nuts. There's going to be 110,000 people, probably another 100,000 outside tailgating. It is going to be insane. It is going to be so freaking loud. And yeah, Notre Dame's obviously, the old coaching cliche, take the crowd out of it. Yeah, you're only going to take the crowd out of it if you just kick their ass. But unless not, it's going to go long, long, long. I mean, they beat Alabama there a couple years ago in that place. Almost beat Alabama last year. That fourth quarter, they were tied in the fourth quarter with Georgia. Yeah, different team because they got transfers and whatnot. But the atmosphere is going to be crazy. But man, my gut tells I think the Notre Dame players are just going to feed off of this. This is game one. This is a Super Bowl atmosphere is what it's going to be. So and we know Notre Dame guys, they feed off of that too. They love to take calculus and their fifth year French and all that crap. But at the end of the day, they're highly competitive football players. I think the Notre Dame players are going to feed off.
So if we're 2-11, ask the ex-player for crying out loud that won one of those games in front of 107,000 people.
Tennessee.
If we're 2-11 over whatever 100,000, I won one of them. Was there?
You made a
I'm
play.
just telling you, Coach Freeman. Like, am I worried about the 2016 thing under Brian Kelly? Sure. Pucker factor, purple face. Don't make a mistake. That's why Ian Book could never pull the trigger and just let the ball go. So Coach Freeman, build them up, game day, whatever, stay out of the way. It's in the players' hands in terms of how are we going to hit this field? And I think you'll be able to see pretty early, and you get the last kind of remnants of Kelly's sort of DNA, save for a Kaiser, in these leadership positions, is gone. And then some of these young kids, they don't know any better. And I could just tell you, it's when you're in those games, you don't hear the stuff. No. But it is cool. When you breathe, the crowd noise comes in and out as you're breathing. It's very strange. I miss it. But I'm not worried about it just because of the youth on the team, and I just feel like the energy's a little different this year.
Yeah. I mean, this is freaking Notre Dame. I mean, it's this is what the history books are written and shows are written about it, and books talk about games like this. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be an unbelievable atmosphere. I can't wait. I'm glad game day's there. The place is going to be a zoo. But as much as we're talking about Freeman, Mike Elko's an ass. He could be a little dickish now. He was well known. You go back and read about his stories during the 2017 year. That dude could motivate the hell out of that group. So, I mean, he turned around Notre Dame's defense in an instant after the crap that we had with Van Gorder for 3 years. So it's going to be both sides. Both sides. It's going to be like, Ali Frazier, man. They're going to knock the hell out of each other for 3 hours.